Oh, hello, everyone. We are
Hi.
recapping. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. That's what we were just saying like 5 seconds ago. We are going to recap my 24.2. Although I have to say, after watching Taylor versus the World for the last three workouts, I really am self-conscious about putting these videos online.
Well, I mean, dude, I'm gonna hand it to you, man. Like
I'm
you are
trying. I'm
showing
trying as hard as I can.
everyone. You are showing everyone, like, hey, because, dude, stop playing yourself like you're some, beginner CrossFitter that isn't very good. Shut the f up, dude. No, 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 no.
Good job
But
on shut the F up, by the way.
and you see that? You see,
That's
I was
right.
I was like, we haven't hit a minute yet.
Yeah,
I'm
not a minute
practicing.
yet.
I'm practicing. But the thing is that it's important to see. One, I think it's really great for people to see someone that they see on a regular basis suffer. And some people are a little bit more. Um, they show that face a little bit more than other people.
Mm.
And you set up your camera, which is, dude, you put it out there. It's impressive.
Hey,
You set it up, you go, and it's like you can tell you're not trying to showcase any of your there's no ego protection.
no.
Like it just kind of goes. And so like everyone gets to see what's exactly in everyone else's head, which is cool because then you look at these other guys, like the guys today. Give me a break, dude.
Dude.
That last row, nobody.
I
Tyler
sat
was
back
trying
in
to
my
say,
chair with my jaw dropped,
right?
watching those guys hammer the F
We were talking numbers
out of that
for
last
3
row.
rounds, counting. We get into the last round, and when they were done with the snatch,
We're talking about Taylor
they-
versus the World, everyone, by the
yeah,
way.
Taylor versus the World.
Wait, spoiler alert. If you guys haven't watched,
Go watch.
go
It doesn't
watch.
even matter, dude. It
Don't-
doesn't
yeah,
even matter.
yeah,
It's
it
that
doesn't
good.
matter.
It's
Don't
that
worry
good.
about it.
They get on for the last round, and I'm up here in my office
Mhm.
all by myself. It's early on the West Coast.
Yeah, you
You
guys.
got everybody, yeah. You got everybody doing their thing at Crash, at JR's gym. And instantly, all of us, me, Sevon, Hiller, John, are just like, here we go. Oh, man. And they take off, dude, ripping that cable. And what's crazy was when you look at the faces, Tyler tried to tell us that he could see the urgency in people's faces. I did not see that when they had the
Oh,
camera
I thought
on
he
like
was saying
Jason's
they were
face.
pretty calm.
I'm looking at him like, dude, he's in for business right now, but he didn't look wrecked at all. None of them did. It was amazing. That and then stepping, gosh,
They're so fast.
dude.
It was so fast, and the girls did great too.
Oh yeah,
The
totally.
speed that Fee was putting down on the rower, I was like, dang.
Yeah,
So what a day. Taylor versus World Savon podcast. You guys go watch
it's been
that.
so fun.
And I texted this earlier, but like what Will and Souza and Caleb and Tyler, like what all like you guys are doing awesome. You guys are having a blast. You, John,
Yeah,
John, Hiller. But like all the guys not on camera right now,
are
I
moving.
don't think people understand the intricacy of what is being pulled off at a budget level of basically zero.
Yeah,
And it's, dude, I am loving watching this.
It's
I'm
so
just, I'm
fun.
not even participating. I'm just sitting here watching.
yeah, it's so
And I
fun.
am glued to my screen, just like if I was watching not say watching a major cross event as if this isn't. Like, this is now a major cross event. The vacuum or void of content that is quarterfinals is now all focused and coming from the Savant podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just sitting here showing my rinky dink, putter around videos while we're watching. I mean, what those four guys and two girls are doing right now for each other to get to semifinals, I think is very unique and a really cool byproduct that's happening because you're like, oh, how are they going to handle it? And it's like, is it going to mess with people? It's like, I feel like if they weren't doing this, all of them would do worse than what they're currently doing.
Oh man,
Jason
dude.
did this by himself. Taylor did this by Colton, Dallin, Fee, Lindsay. If they all did this isolated in a little bubble of secrecy, they would all be doing worse. So not only are we getting the greatest content I've seen just organically, OG CrossFit content stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also actually helping these athletes perform better. I have no doubt in my mind that they wouldn't be doing these things if they weren't on camera and they weren't with each other.
I guarantee you, it's as secretive as all the athletes classically have been with their scores. You know, like nobody wants to say, everyone wants to post at the very last moment, other than like whoever's on like the open announcement. You know what I mean?
Which takes a lot of balls for all these athletes to put themselves out there.
100%. But I think what this is doing in there, people will now start to see, athletes will now start to see the level at which it raises them up to, not as a open, I'm going to test it, but in a competitive setting, you know, 1 to 2 workouts a day over the course of the weekend. They still have time to make things up if they want. Cool. But that competitive feel, I guarantee you, there are going to be people knocking on the door to want to be part of this next year.
It's
Without
going to
a
be
doubt.
a line out the door.
It is a needed element for these athletes.
If any, like, I know I'm glad we got Fee and Lindsay out there.
Yeah.
But like what these 4 guys are doing, what they're doing, like next year you're turning people down instead of like next year people should be paying to come onto this thing.
Dude, check this out. And I hope that I'm not overstepping my bounds by saying something that I shouldn't be saying. But Souza said he was talking to Dallin.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if we were on there or off there when we were talking about this, but Dallin came up and he's like, man, just because of this competition that we're doing, being part of that, he's like, I just kind of started my YouTube channel up again. And he's like, I got 2,000 more followers instantly. I got like 1,000 more Instagram or 2,000 more Instagram followers. Boom, instantly. He's like, it's not because of what I'm doing. He's like, it's because of this. That element for the longevity of some of these athletes to either, you know, gain sponsorships or have following or whatever, that will become that niche market where it's like, oh, okay. If you're willing to put yourself out there, the fans are willing to be part of what you got going on. It's been cool.
Dying for something like
it's amazing. It's amazing.
And you know, one more thing before we jump on here. Okay, we got 30 minutes. It's a 20-minute workout.
We're good.
Is like Savant's like the YouTube channel doesn't even have 30,000 followers, and look what it's putting out. There are other channels in this space in the CrossFit space that have a couple 100,000 people that aren't touching this type of reach, excitement, and exposure for these athletes.
Yeah.
And that just shows you how incredible all of this is because it's the authenticity that I think like CrossFit fans and CrossFit community have a bullshit meter better than anyone in the space, right? We smell bullshit from a mile away. Not to mention that Dallin said yes before he mentioned, yeah, exactly. There is no bullshit here. It's just for the love of the game. And people resonate with that.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we love this. We love the sport. We love what CrossFit is and what it was and what it can be, all of the things. And these are people that are just pushing love that direction. Not for any reason, not for money's reason. I mean, you need money to do the things you need to do. Like, I get all that stuff, but this isn't like
for this to grow. That does need to be a thing for everybody because, like, listen,
not a money grab.
You put in the work,
yeah,
and I think there should be whatever it looks like next year. Like that's how it works. Like you earn it,
right?
You earn it first, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's so cool,
and it's just cool to watch. It's cool to watch something blossom from nothing.
Yeah.
But a desire to just do something great in the space. Anyway.
It's been fun.
Let's go on the other side of that coin and watch my 24.2 video.
Oh, man.
Podcasts. A lot of trust was built between the viewers and these athletes. Yep. The trust is huge. People are making themselves vulnerable. Yes.
Nowhere nowhere in
And I think
our
that's where the
space.
respect comes from, because you know how vulnerable you are putting yourself out there against the world, that they could be tagging off of what you do and building off your performance, because before it's a blind leaderboard until 5 p.m. tomorrow,
Right.
Pacific
Right.
time.
And that trust, I think that, what Sevon's talking about is, and we have it with our, with our people as well. Everyone in the space there's that communication. Where else? I mean, we did this with I kind of did this with Jason, CF Media. Hey man, you got to go live because you have this interaction, because your people are connected. I didn't realize that he was going to get his biggest show on his
The
first
first live
one.
show
Like,
was
whoa,
probably not the one to go live on, but
whoa. But that connection that Sevon's made, that we've made, that Pedro's made, that Taylor and JR have made, that John's made, that Hiller's made, like all of those people, and you see that pool of people that's kind of swirls from like channel to channel to channel, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just a massive swath of people right now. It's cool.
All right.
Those three guys.
Did you do 24.2 yet?
I haven't had it. I thought I was going to, and then I needed to eat.
So you decided before I did 24.2 to text me what you did in 24.1.
Yeah.
And royally pissed me off. As much as Hiller pissed me off yesterday, because yesterday I got 185, and which is about almost 80 reps worse than Jason did.
It's a fucking round, guys.
And then Hiller says he got 186, of which I was just royally.
When's the second time you said he did that to you? Beat you by one?
In 24.1 in the open, he beat me, or 24.2 in the open, he beat me by a rep, because I didn't do the damn rollover for meters.
Yep.
That's my fault. That's my fault. And then you texted me this morning that you got 184, which I think is actually almost worse than getting beat by one.
Why?
Because because I know you didn't warm up. You probably just used the first round as warm up. And it took me all of me to just beat you by one. And you're just went in there.
You couldn't snatch the way you normally snatch. You said, your knee was all bummed. I mean, like this, come on, dude. Give me a break. Give me a break.
So you got 184 with all the.
Because, dude, I'll tell you what, I was not going to pull a 28 on any of those rounds
on
purpose. On purpose.
That was a mistake. But all right, we're here to talk 24.2. We're on a little bit of a shot clock. We'll be out of here in about 25 minutes because Bill's got to go coach, and I still have work to do. But here's what I'm taking on. I'm taking on, damn Bill, damn Daniel. I got to stop.
Damn Daniel.
3 rounds for time, 50 wall ball shots, 20 pounds to a 10-foot line for myself. 24-inch burpee box jump overs, and I'll be honest is that I was straight up very nervous about doing this, because the fear of what happened to me in 24.1 was alive and well. And so here I am doing my best Forrest Gump impression, apparently, with my hands on my head. What am I doing?
You're going to do the wave?
Oh, Lord, yeah. Hi, everybody. So I'll say my game plan going in was 10s on wall balls and just try to pick a pace on burpee overs and just hold that pace. And then on top of that is that I was never going to look at the clock, because I know I did that in 24.1 and that really messed me up. And so that was it. 10s on wall balls and pick a pace and try to stick with it on the burpee box jump overs. I'm throwing to that black square. Obviously, it's above the tape line, so that dividing line, and I think Jules is in the chat. Jules did a very good job of keeping me honest. Because sometimes that wall ball just got a little wobbly. So, all right, let's get into it. I think we start right away. I cut out all the measuring. I walked around for 10 minutes after I measured before I started my workout. So if HQ, you asked for my video, enjoy watching 10 minutes of me just like procrastinating. Not too loud. All right, here's the best part. All this build up, Bill. I'm ready to go. Watch this. Totally missed the target on my first.
That's anxiety right there sliding in.
First rep, I airball. my first one.
That's so great.
God. And so for my squats, I was like, all right, hit depth, throw above the line. Every time. I'm in no hurry. I'm wearing these compression sleeves on my calves because in 2021 I tore my calf muscle doing box jump overs.
Really?
Get out of the way, Tom. Tom, get out of the way.
Really? He's like, look at my beard. Just
Actually,
look at
Tom's
my beard.
he's a former games athlete. He's in the 65 plus division.
Nice.
He's a good dude. I think is that 20?
How did you hurt your calves?
So this was, do you remember maybe it was 22. No, it was 22. The wall walk, dumbbell snatch, box jump over, open workout.
Yeah.
I had strained my calf earlier, like 3 days prior to going on a run. It's just an old man injury. Damn it, Tom. There's phones there for a reason.
So funny.
And so I strained it, and then I decided to wait till Monday to do the open workout. And I was doing kind of like the step down rebound.
Yeah.
And my calf popped, and I tore it on the 8th jump of the first 2 minutes. So wearing things in check a little bit.
I can't wait to see how you land on the box.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of people out there that are freaked out by box jump. So there's a lot of gyms that have the cloth foam one.
Yeah.
And I do not like those ones because I can't spin on my foot all low. I'm like low to the ground.
Yeah.
Low to the box. Like I don't even go above standing.
Yeah.
Height wise.
So I was hoping to be done in like 2:30.
Oh, you're doing box facing?
Yeah, dude. I didn't like the lateral position.
Really?
No, it just felt weird. And the other thing is, I talked about my knee yesterday, just giving me problems, and like jumping and landing doesn't feel great. But laterally, it's actually worse. So,
okay.
Yeah. So this is the plan. Just pick a pace and stick with it, not look at the clock, and just try to breathe. And the idea was like, okay, 20 minutes, I'm just going to pretend I'm doing like a 5K run kind of a pace.
What's the OCD in your head? Like, what OCD thoughts are you having right now? Are you one of those OCD people that goes, okay, we got 50. I'm going to count up to 10, and I'm going to count backwards from 10, and then I'll knock that off, and I'll hold my one finger out, and I'll count to 10. Like, how do you do your counting?
I was having my judge count out every rep.
Oh.
And so I'm just listening, and all I'm thinking about is where my hands go, how close I get my head to the box, what foot I'm supposed to step up because I switch my feet.
Yeah.
And then landing with my feet in a position where I can come right off the box once I hit the top. So if you guys watch, if I'm on this side of the box, I step up with I think it's my right foot. And then it turns me, and then I settle my feet, and then I go with my left foot. And then I turn into the foot that I'm using.
That's crazy because that is all the body mechanics is what you would be doing if you had a true lateral setup.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you step up to it with your outside leg so your inside can just kind of punch and land right up. Now, I can see how if you have issues with your knee, and obviously if the side
too much turning.
isn't hurt, if that hurts, I get it. But I think, me personally, like you can get yourself, you're a lot closer to the box when you are going lateral, so you're not having to jump as far that distance. But regardless, when you guys are out there doing this, if you haven't done it yet, you have to pick the movement pattern that is easiest for you and for your head that you're just most comfortable with.
And that's what I picked, is like this was just a much more comfortable position to be in because of if there wasn't a burpee, I think that'd no, I'd still face it. Where like Jules, who's judging me, like she did like a hybrid.
Like a 45 degree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was easier because the reason why I also didn't like lateral, because the top of this box is so narrow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not narrow, like it's still 20 inches wide, which it needs to be. But when you flip it at 20, it's just a much wider base. So I think there's an easier landing pad there. And I just wasn't, like I said, I just wasn't comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And so I think, I might have like 15 left. But I will say is in the first 20, I realized what my legs were going to go through for the rest of the workout. Because if you look at step up, land in a deep squat, step down,
Yep.
like your legs never get a break. Now, I will say is they don't necessarily get worse and worse and worse. I mean, obviously there's fatigue. It builds. But it happened so quick. I was like, damn, I get to sit here for as long as is going to take, which is 20 minutes, because I knew it was going to be an AMRAP. Spoiler alert, I don't break 13 minutes.
I
don't think I break
So what were your
13 minutes.
splits on that? What did you think going into? I mean, we've been in the game a long time. So what did you think your either your time frame or your splits would be on each one of those rounds? Like, what did you think you were shooting for in this one? Like, what did you think before you hit it?
It's 7 to 7:30, because I figured 2:30 on the wall balls, 5 minutes for the burpee box jump overs.
Got it.
Now I think this is my last one.
Ooh.
I think someone yelled 6:30, and in my head I was like, no way in hell I'm keeping this pace. When they said 6:30, I was like, damn, that's a minute ahead of pace that I was hoping for. So I stuck with the 10s.
I think that's smart.
And then after this, instead of just trying to like guess in my head how long it takes, I think I do a lap around the box. Nope, missed that one. And then
Now you take a stroll.
Now I take my stroll. So if the box is close, like wall ball should take 10 seconds or 20 seconds. A lap around takes about 10 seconds. And then it keeps me on that 30 pace. And then Jules did a very nice job of no repping me quite a bit.
How many did you get?
No reps?
Yeah.
Probably 5 or 7 of them.
Is that because of depth or because of hitting the target?
No, just hitting the target.
Yeah.
Yep. This is when I realize what I'm in for.
Dude, I'll tell you, like the walk, the nice thing, the walk that you're doing is similar to what Colton did during the Open on the 24.3, where he would get off the bar and he'd walk to the wall, touch the wall, and come back. So we had a set rest. It was it's not like I'll take 3 breaths, because that could be a different time domain or trying to count in between that. So you have your set rest by going all the way around that box and really managing that.
Yeah. That's the, walk and touch the wall.
It's just that easy.
Old school. It's just like that. I just needed something in there to just keep me occupied.
Yeah.
Because if I just sat there and looked at the ball, I would just sabotage myself. And really all I was thinking about here is that these still weren't that tough. I was breathing a little harder. Arms were getting a little tired. But all I was thinking about was the next 50 box jump. 50.
Man, I think that is the worst part. That 50 burpees, the second set, is just the worst part. Mm-hmm. You're past the, all right, I'm still fresh, I'm still kind of excited, I still have a little bit of juice in me, and you're not past the halfway point. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can't say it's the last round yet, and you're just buried in that 50. And I think that the mental game in that second round is huge.
But the walk around the box, like, that really did help a lot.
Oh, hi,
I really did.
Hi, box.
Now that first jump every time was like a maybe. And this is when I started thinking about what happened to me in the Open with the burpees over a dumbbell.
Yeah.
And I was like, just try to stay calm, keep breathing, just because I don't get to that point, because I barely jumped over a dumbbell.
Right.
No way in hell I'm jumping onto a 24-inch box if that happens to me again. But again, this was pick a pace, try to stay with it. And what my pace setting was is actually my footwork. So I would step, right? So I would take a 3-step settle to get my feet even.
Yeah.
and then drop down. So it's always a 3-step drop. So if you guys watch, it's 1, 2, 3. So that was my pace keeper. That was my rest control, was my footwork.
Yeah.
So I'd step up, hop, turn, step, 2, 3, down. And so as soon as my feet settled, I would try to get my hands to the ground. Obviously, as quick as possible. Doesn't quite look as quick as possible, but
It's
it
crazy
felt
'cause
as quick as possible.
right. It feels so much faster than when you go back and you watch your videos like this. Sarah, I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Bill's
try and
probably
get that
going to
in
do
today.
like, well, I haven't said what my score is, so we'll see what my score is at the end. And there's an extra step. I think that was at the 20, that was the 25 reps double step or extra step where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm only halfway through the second. But there's a number I tend to try to get to anytime I do 50 of anything, and that number's 35. Because in my head is like, if I can get to
only 15.
35, it's just 15 left, and I know I can hang on.
Yeah.
I can hang on there. So I think in the, there's a moment here where at 35, I either stop and move the box a little bit. Anything to make myself feel like I'm still working. So like, that's why people get chalk in the middle of workouts. They don't really
Totally.
need it. They just think, well, it's not really resting if I'm doing something.
The one that kills me is the I have to get a drink of water.
All right, I'm just going to let you know, I did do that once.
Ah, God dang it.
Which is uncommon, or actually, I don't actually even know if I've ever done that. But I think it might have been before my last set of burpees, and I was like, I can't even, I couldn't swallow. Like I had so much cotton mouth going on that I was like, I'm taking a drink of water, and then I'm going. But I'm pretty sure I take a significant break after the last set. Griffin Staley Chase, what is your height and weight? I am 6'2", 210 pounds.
Nice.
So I'm getting down there. I was 225 in January.
Fight and weight.
Yeah, I may not eat the rest of the day because I'm going to do the gymnastics one tomorrow. So any pounds I can take off the strict wall-facing handstand push-up would be great.
Right? Totally.
Let's see where we're at. 20.
Well, I saw you do your move in the
40.
box.
Okay, so yeah, that was probably my 35. I moved the box at 35. Extra sloppy. This one looks more of a mental grind than anything. No. No, it's both. It is a physical grind and a mental grind. Like there was nothing where I loved more than toughing it out when my body was like, hey, bro, this is getting pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know how many I have left. We're at 13. My first round was 630. So I'm already past that. So at 7 minutes in this round. I probably have like 5 more to go. I started doing some extra steps because I was feeling sorry for myself. Oh. Have you considered stopping? Yes, I considered stopping the entire time, but it's not an option. So
That's crazy because that's like that is the phrase that's going through your head the whole time. Just slow
yeah,
down.
I just didn't want
You know,
to.
it's okay. Just slow down. Just
I'm like,
stop.
why am
Just
I?
stop.
Why am I doing this?
That's the conversation, man. That's the conversation that you have, that everyone has in every single one of the workouts. Even on the ones where like you think you're gonna crush it, and you get out there and you're hammering and you're hammering. There's always that. Just slow down.
Yeah.
You can just stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm not supposed to do that. Whatever. All right, so let's see. That round took 8 minutes almost.
6.5. Well, you're still averaging out, right?
Yeah. So just about. That's right, 7.5, 15.
Yeah.
So 14. Yeah, so 14:30. I'm head of pace. I didn't know how much time left. I think someone yells I have 5 minutes left after my first set of wall balls. And then I think this is where everything starts to go downhill. Because I think I miss a rep here. And then I just... I can't remember. I can't remember if it's now or on this next set. Let me see. I think I do 3. Yeah, I missed one. I went for another, and then I think I missed another one. Oh, no. Maybe I do all of them here. I did get a couple, no rep. Yeah, that's where I stopped. Oh, yeah, I stopped 3 shy. That's what I did. I got like 2 no reps in that set, and I was like, fuck. And instead of like taking a break, so I did the walk. I took the break and I came back, but I still finished out like what that set was going to be.
Right. I gotcha.
And then somewhere in here, I had lost count because I did the walk in a set. So I think there's a moment where, oh yeah, I sit down on the ball.
The old Chase would be like, bro, what are you doing?
In my head, I was thinking, I was like, you pussy.
Get your ass off the box.
Bitch, just sitting here on this box. And of all the years you would yell at your members. Oh yeah, Slater. I forget that you're in Dallas now. Sorry, dude, I forgot. I'm a little brain dead. Yep. So I think here, I don't even walk around. I just decide to sit.
That becomes a new walk. All right.
Hey,
All
10
right.
seconds is 10 seconds. What I do in those 10 seconds, but here's the best part. I sit and then I walk.
If one is good, then both of them is better. And a kneel. Dude, you even took a knee on this one.
It's going downhill fast, Bill. It's going downhill fast. But here's the best part. Because I took that like weird split break, in my head, I think that this is my last set of 10. So I'm only at 30.
Oh, the mental.
I'm only at 30.
Gosh.
People are telling me how much time I have left. And all I can hear is, oh, that's how much time I have to do burpee box jump overs at the end that I don't want to do. And so,
What?
This is okay. Next swig of water. Okay. Then I'm like, all right, we're gonna get after it. And then Jules and I are having a conversation of, no, you have 10 more wall balls to go. And then I was just like, screw this workout. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, man.
This is why you need a judge.
Yeah.
This is why you need a judge. So I have 10 more. I have 2 minutes left. And I can't remember what like the times would work out, but in my head I was like, man, it'd be really cool to just like get 20 plus burpee box jump overs on the last round. Thanks, Stefan. I appreciate that. I feel like the shorts were getting, my butt's getting hungry on these squats. But all right, so they're like, hey, 90 seconds left, and I was like, son of a, and the whole 24.1 nightmares right here. Okay, I made it. That's all I was doing in my head. I was like, don't miss. All right, 2. I got 90 seconds left. And at this point, I'm so gassed. I was like, maybe I can get 20, but I was like, man, one every, I don't know. That's asking a lot.
It's a lot of math in your head with wad brain like that, dude.
Yeah. Well, I was listening. I was like, I'm at 6. I'm like, all right, I'm at 6, 7. They tell me I have 1 minute left. That's 8. Okay, 1 minute. I'm like, can I do 12 burpees in a minute? I was like, no way. There's no way. And then at 10, and they're like 45 seconds. I'm like, maybe I can do it. So I think this is 12. Yep, 12. And even now I'm like, no, I can't get 20. There's no way. 14, 30 seconds left. I was like, can I do 6?
I was going for it, though.
I'm trying. 17. I was like, 15 seconds.
Oh, that was low.
Yeah, that was low. I almost missed it. And I didn't get the last one.
Nice, dude.
So I ended up with 20. I ended up at 20 at the end.
And then you got the Bambi legs
Yeah.
afterwards, the
It's just,
squirm trying to like
I think the
flush all that out.
shortly. No one needs to see the total ending of this. But yeah, dude, that was it. So I ended up with, yeah, there you go. I ended up with 20 burpee box jump overs in the third round.
Not bad. Not bad.
And yeah, that was rough. But I didn't implode quite as much as I did on 24.1. Then again, I didn't start as fast as I did on 24.1.
Right.
But that was, yeah, that was, it's just, can you hold the pace you don't want to hold, but know that you can? Do you know when you do like I know we got to bounce here in like 2 minutes, but you know when you do have like a big set of things to do, like say it's like Karen, right? When I'm doing Karen, it's back in the day when I could do 200 or 150 unbroken, which I've done 3 times. When I start the first 30, I'm just annoyed that I have to sit here for another 100 reps just to get to the hardest part.
Yep.
Which is like the last 25.
Yep.
I'm like, can I just skip to the end? I promise I'll get there. But do I have to sit here in this moment in time and just wait till I get there? It's not that I can't do it. I know I will. I just don't want to sit here for this long. And that's what the burpees felt like. Like in the first 10, I'm like, God bless. I'm pretty sure I can hold this pace the whole time. I just know it's going to take so long to get to the last 5.
You just have to show capacity, dude. That's all. Just show capacity, and then we'll just take it to the end. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh, crap,
Oh man.
260 people watching. Whoa.
Yeah. There's a lot of you that are like going, okay, so how do I need to do what now?
Yeah.
Okay, don't do box facing. Okay, unless your knee hurts. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
Take a walk around it.
I didn't show you guys, but like my first 50, like, it's because you're looking at me from the right side and it's my right knee is like, I was kind of leaning a little left on the first 50. And then like my last were like the best they felt. I didn't feel it anymore. So I know it's not something like too serious because it goes away. Kind of like tendonitis, but I think it's a little, I don't know what, it's not quite that but by the end of the workout, it felt great. So
well, there you go. You just answered your question. You just have to make sure you do like 120 burpees.
Yeah.
And a bunch of air squats. And then your knee will be great.
Yeah.
For 20 more reps. And then
20 more reps. I will say this is that doing workout 1 is the smart way to go, not workout 2 and then workout 1.
Oh yeah.
Like this.
Well, this will definitely be a no warm-up one for me, without a doubt.
Dude, if you're doing, I highly recommend 10s, which is a great warm-up.
Yeah.
And then just do your first 10 burpees over the box, nice and easy. So that'll be it. All right, that's mine. Bill, good luck. Good luck to all you guys out there.
Great job.
If you just want a general concept of what it is, 10, live that 10 life, and then pick a burpee pace that you guys can, that you don't hate yourself for at least the first 20. But you will hate yourself no matter what pace you pick for the last. So good luck to all you guys out there. Bill, thank you very much. I know you got to bounce. And
get me on.
Taylor versus the world, 3-way tie on the Heat 1 app, 7-7-7-9. Final showdown, final event for $5,000.
And it all comes down to burpees.
It all comes down to burpees. And don't leave out Mr. Mertens, who is in the 9 spot, because that man can do burpees better than anyone in the world. Showdown tomorrow. Taylor versus the world for the winner. See you guys.